actually going to. Is this really a Christmas song? This. It's not really, is it? I'll just work that. Yeah, I'll just. Oh, hold on. Right, I'm just turning off Andy's thing. Andy, don't worry, it's going back in the bag. So I'm going to show you now. So obviously I've sorted it. Test one. So here you got your various tests and stuff. So what I want to do is, because it's the hopper liner, I'm just going to test that that's working, which it is. Obviously, this is a light. This is just as is video. But then on the other test, you can just test other things like they're the reels. So Series 1 coins, Series 2 reels, Series 3 is lamps. Okay, so if I hit the cancel button, I think my memory on there to get the lamps. Yeah? Series 4 will always be switches. Okay, so I'm not really showing you this, but look, that's your switches to make sure that they're working. Series 5 will be to do with your checksums and things, in particular with Astra. That's an aiming percentage of 90. I think it might actually show you what the actual is. I don't know whether it does that. I don't know how I can tell that. Oh yeah, actually, because this is, of course, it's a new board, isn't it? So yeah, its actual percentage at the moment, because it's on a reset, so it's a complete reset, will be 0. So the actual machine, I've got to dump the hopper through in a minute. So that's how you tell with that. Test 6 is meters, because Series 6 is always meters. 7 would be data, or it'll be display on Astra. It does always show the display, but it is always data on any other machine. You gotta move around, move around. You gotta move around, you gotta move around. Jump up, jump down. You gotta move around, move around. You gotta move around, you gotta move around. I'd have got done for this, if anyone ever noticed. Crafty, they hid it in there. 9 would be comms normally, and then you get into extended, which is like, there's your bank limit, 75. So this will test obviously coins in or out. So I'm going to try and oh, that was lucky, bit of luck. So I will put a coin in. Normally there'd be a bar there that would stop this being open so much, so I'm quite careful. So I just put the pound in, and there you go, 100p. So I've done the sound. There's a little jumper in there, because when you change your board, you've got to obviously make sure the jumpers are right on these. Okay, so with these, okay, you've got a little bank of jumpers there, and then often, so for example, with 2 meg ROMs, you've got to do 3 and 4, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, well, that way round. And then you've got to omit J4, which is somewhere under there, and omit J3, which is at the top. I think it's that way around. So I actually even got it on here somewhere. Yeah, so jumper 3 at the top, jumper 4 is there, and there's jumper 2. But the jumper 2 is actually numbered 1 to 8 for the links. You can actually put a little blob of solder on them if you really haven't got any of these, but I do tend to just put these on boards. I even just park them on boards. You can just put one on one leg, so you've got them safe. They're actually using CoinMex as well for the inhibit lines. Inhibit lines on the back of the routing plug to stop the 10p or accept the new 10p or something like that, whichever on the old ME126s. Anyway, so that's done. So now I've got to take the drawing pin out. I found that lurking around back there. I don't know why there's cable clips in there. But anyway, I'm just going to give it a little bit of a tidy. But that's it, it's done. So, and if I wanted to go into demo mode, press test again. There it is, strobing. And then, this is the proper version of Fairy Tale on as well. So then you obviously shut the door. Okay, there's a bulb right there. And then you can play it, and of course you can manipulate it. And bring in, oh my god, yay.
Y'all ready?
Go, go, go. Get down. Get down.
I did that.
Get down.
We'll just do a little nut. I think it's slightly out that's lazy. Okay, so I'm going to put that into real test because I can't be, because this is a new board. It says real 4 there. So never do it when it's on, like I'm just doing. You can use contact cleaner and things like that on these. I'm going to put it back into test. I'm just going to test that reel there. So it needs a bit of exercise, I think. I mean, it's set up right there, but I need to check it. You see something once, you can see it again. So you can't just walk away from something. If you think there's something wrong, then there probably is. So, okay, it's going to take it to home, yeah, so 15. All right, so it's exercising that. So obviously those, there we go, okay. Just check the steps around, because it's on a belt, you see that one? And so, how are they read? So they're read, see by the little cutouts there? So if I just shine it so you can see that there's cutouts. But on some of these belt bands, especially on the Scorps and the bar crest, there's no cutouts, yeah? So what they are, there'd be a black count on there to be to obviously cover the opto to tell it where it is. Now, if that's the case, these, as you can see, I mean my hands are filthy, yeah, but these are almost like my fingers, yeah. This is why my hands get so filthy, because I'm working with stuff that is just literally caked in dust and should be dead, probably like me, because obviously the hours I do is nuts. So I should put that in the bottom. In fact, I'm going to put it in the bottom, but actually people go in the bottom, but then people go in the top. So this is the thing, it's catch-22. I don't want that ruined, but anyway, I need to see if this holds the RAM, so I'll put the volume on. I'll put the volume on. So, how do I know if it stores its RAM? If you're not putting coins in and things like that, now I should measure the battery, because the battery could well be dead, yeah? So basically, you've got to leave it a couple of minutes, and then this is where you go back with your multimeter and measure. But I know that battery was dead, okay? So, it doesn't bother me, yeah? But that battery was 100% dead. And it could be a dead cell now because it's lithium. So, let me just get this. I think upstairs are fighting back. They've got the old washing machine on. But it's not too heavy load because the ceiling isn't moving. Anyway, so let's go back to this. I'll try and prop this up a bit better. So the machine's off. So what is the battery for? Well, look, you're going to know this, but those that you don't know, probably wondering what is it for. By the way, that's my little repair on it. So it's all in there, it's all tucked in. It's a bit annoying really because it's quite tight in there. So I'm not like over the moon, but it will have to do. It's neat enough. So that one there is slightly exposed. I couldn't get the rubber heat shrink to go back down there. Anyway, so I could have just put some new heat shrink on. Could have been the way, but let's just have a little look. So I'm going to just measure. This is terrible. I can't believe I'm doing this all to you. I mean, it's right. Ideally, I want to go at the top. I can show you that. Oh my God, wakey, Davey. Just trying to show you just little things if I can. So I'm going to get on there and on there, and it's a complete dead cell. There's nothing in that at all, which is exactly what I thought. So if I get the battery out here now, yeah. I know there's half a volt, so it will charge actually. Let's see if there's any draw on that. How quick it drops. Because if it drops very, very quickly, then I know the cell is going to be completely dead. That's dropping pretty quick. So if we get that down to 57 any second, yeah. So well, forget that. So that needs to be changed, yeah. But basically, I should be able to measure that number on here. Yeah, so there you go, we're at 56. Okay, so it's going to drop again. The cell's dead. It's got half a volt in it. I know it's trying to pair. So RAM, the rule is 2 to 5 volts. Okay, so when I said earlier on the other video, okay, we'll put it to 20. I'm saying it in layman's terms really, because you 20 or below is fine, so you can read it nicely. Yeah, so it should be about 3.8 or 3.5, 3.6, whatever. Normally these lithiums are 3.8, something thereabouts, and that will then obviously read 3 point, and there's the 8. But we are getting that. So what I'm going to do now with the machine on is show you. You watch, it'll probably alarm now because I've disturbed that plug. Probably ripped another pin out. Let's put it on. So there's your status lights. Okay, so it's going to come out of reset. So it's come out of reset there. It is going to be on RAM clear because obviously it hasn't got the voltage. Yeah. So what I am going to show you now is I'm going to get back on it. Yeah, this is safe what I'm doing. So I should now see it charging. Yeah. Look how quick it's charging as well, really quick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it up, yeah. Let's get it, see, I should really take it so above 2 and then see how quick it drops. But that's its charging circuit. So the reason why these are rechargeable batteries, sorry, get it back into view. The reason why these are rechargeable batteries is so that the machine charges it. That battery is always powered, and then that battery powers the RAM that I showed you in the other video, and then that holds its memory. So if it's just paid out 50 quid, or if it's just taken 50 quid, that powers the RAM, and it's stored in the RAM, ready for the next player to, quite frankly, win or lose, I suppose. So it's very important for the batteries either way, because obviously from the operator's point of view, and I'm always neutral, yeah, I know I'm an operator, but I'm neutral. Yeah, you can't have the machine keep taking money every day because it's RAM clear. It's wrong. Yeah, and there are certain types of techs that start off very badly on a RAM clear, but there are some certain types of techs that pay out as well all the time. Now, believe it or not, there has been times when I've had machines that are RAM cleared, yeah, and they're good tech, which means they're quite buzzing, and I've just let them go for a bit, just so people can learn the game. But if something is bad on a RAM clear, you can't, and you know it's an emergency. First thing I do when I worked on Epoch earlier on today is get the battery on board, make sure that's slow now, isn't it? It's really slow. So complete dead cell in my opinion. I would expect that sort of level now, yeah, but watch this. So we're going to turn it off, so 1.17, okay. So I'm going to unplug her because I'm not going to use the rocker switch because they go brittle. Okay, so I'm going to get back on that. Okay, so it's already a 93, 94, 92, 91. See how quick it's draining, fast, yeah. So it's a dead cell. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to change back the massage irons on. Damn it. So if massage arms on, I'll change the battery now in front of you, and then basically I'll tack on another battery. See what I've got up here. I've got plenty of these because this is a lithium rechargeable. But as discussed with a friend of mine, Steve, so who's going to be joining our crazy loony army, we were discussing these, and there was a concern about these, but they just don't have as long as a charging. They have probably 1,000 charges in them, 800 to 1,000 charges, rather than that billion bars is reset, so I need to look at that. I think it's something to do with the power supply. These won't have, they should have, I don't know, 3,000, 5,000 charges, something like that, yeah, but they're only getting about 800 to 1,000, and that's because these were built for Varta batteries, these charging circuits, so these are kind of sometimes getting overcharged. But I've got some of these, especially on some tech, that have lasted God knows how long, and they're still running today. The ideal solution would be batteryless RAM, and that was something explored by a good friend of mine, Andrew, and nobody was interested. So apart from me, but it was a long time ago. Electrocoin used batteryless RAM on a lot of their later boards, and to be honest with you, that's why Electrocoin boards, especially the later ones, carry on working. But anyway, this is a little bit of a geeky video. I've shown you a little bit of insight, so now I'm going to get that battery off, but I just wanted to show you it working and finished, because I didn't want you to think that I was blagging you and that I don't actually follow through and finish things off, which I do. But anyway, that I'm going to have a look at now, see what's going on with that.